Welcome to NewFilmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. I'm here with Ilhan Abdullahi to talk about her film Unqualified. Let's take a look at a clip.
I was so desperate that even last week, I said yes to babysitting Caroline's lizard. A lizard, who by the way needs 2 bath salts a day.
You need 2 salt baths?
I don't care. Why are you even bathing a lizard
2.
to begin with?
After I explicitly said 3 in the handbook. It helps with his depression. It's back.
The ghost is back!
Ilhan.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Oh, me too. I'm happy to have you here.
Thank you.
So tell us, what was the genesis and the inspiration for this film?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Unqualified is a culmination of some life experiences, I would say, that I tried to put it in a really fun, wacky way for the audience to stay engaged. But ultimately, it was a lot of just experiences living in Vancouver, being, one of the few, there's not that many Black folks and a lot of Black Muslim communities out there. So I would notice there, sometimes you're being tokenized and being asked to do things in the workplace that has nothing to do with your job. And I was like, how can I do a social commentary on this, but make it funny? And so that's kind of where Unqualified came from. I was like, what would be a very wild excuse for a boss to ask you to do something ridiculous? You don't want to get fired. So you're like, yeah, why not? And then that's kind of where the idea came from.
Yeah, and it's really hilarious. It's such a hilarious film. So how much, if any, did you pull from your own life for this?
Oh my gosh, so definitely not the part about ghosts. That did not happen. But, just like being in the office, sometimes getting, you're working really, really hard to be seen and you don't get validated. So you just say yes to everything. Like you're locking up this place, why not? Like helping clean it, whatever it is. I'm like, sure, I'll do it. So I think that piece, those elements of the people pleasing was like based, I think, on my own life. But then I was like, what would be a really wacky thing? And I'm like, ghosts in the office and your boss wants you to get rid of them. So that's kind of, that was the part that was made up.
No, that was hilarious. And I think it worked. It was a wonderful contrast to the corporate, and it was a great contrast. So talk about, again, the culture of how the scripting process and how the story, I think you said you had a co-writer and you came up with these scenarios of characters. Talk about that a little bit.
Oh, that's my favorite part. It's like the world building and writing the story. So I actually pitched this idea at a film festival. It's called Oscars Film Festival in Edmonton. I did the pitch, I came second place, and then I was like, something was like calling me. I didn't have the script at that point. But I'm like, let me just write it and see what that's like. So I ended up just like spending a couple months just writing the story out. I thought about different characters I've seen in different shows. Like Insecure was one that really inspires me. And so there's like a really interesting boss character at the youth center. And I was like, I like that sense. And then I was like, what if this person is very like, tapped into something and really is connected to their own spirituality in a different way. So I really wanted to contrast the characters. So the Waterson's character, I was like, okay, that's kind of like me in a way, people pleasing, but I tried to do things in a funny way. There's always a work bestie that just grounds everyone in reality, like everybody calm down. And then there's sometimes that coworker that you're like, how did you get this job? So I'm like, write that one in there. And then, and then just this really interesting boss that you're like, why am I listening to this person? But I got to get paid. So that was fun. And then my co-director kind of joined me. Her name is Sherry. In kind of like, we had the story, let's kind of craft it a bit more so we could realistically make it in like 10 minutes. And
the casting was really wonderful too, the archetypes. Was that intentional?
Oh my goodness. So her name is Carrie Hunter. She plays Caroline, the boss. The moment I saw her audition, I was like, this is her. This is the one. She's like she does physical comedy so brilliantly. And so, I never envisioned a look for her. I just knew what the energy was like. And then now I'm just like, I have to keep working with Carrie. She's amazing.
Yeah, she was really wonderful. She was really,
she's
really
awesome.
great. Yeah. So talk about your what the directing process, the physical production. You co-directed it, so you had a partner, a co-director, and you worked together. What was it like for you guys working together, or two ladies working together, and you being in front of the camera and behind the camera at the same time?
Yeah, it was a fun collaborative process. I think for myself, I didn't have the intention to act in it. We were hoping to cast. We weren't able to find somebody, so it was kind of the decision where I was like, okay, I'll be Warsten. I think I can do it. Because of the fact that I was acting, I wanted to just have a good rhythm and flow and feel connected to the character and be present. And so I think co-directing was a brilliant way to try to figure that out. And I've always been wanting to work with Sherry on a project, and she's brilliant. And so she brought in this other lens of her own experiences too, of being a Muslim, a hijabi that goes to work, and some of her funny experiences too. So we brought that into the script. But we kind of broke it down to be like, okay, what is feasible for the both of us? What makes sense for flow? And we kind of landed on, I would work more on performances. And so working with my co-stars, which worked out because it kind of helped with our chemistry.
Right.
And then for Sherry, it was really working closely with the cinematographer, doing the shot listing, and then helping with like the lookbook and the look and the feel of the project. And it ended up being a really good like rhythm that we had, and then I was able to feel like I could be very present.
Yeah. You can feel that actually, and I always say that you can feel the set on the screen.
Okay,
you know, you really can in films if you pay attention carefully, and it had a really nice feel to it. So how long did it take you to shoot?
We shot that in 2 days.
Oh wow, 2 days.
Yeah. The trick was one location.
Yeah,
we just used different areas of it.
Different areas of the office space.
Yeah.
Cool. So what did you learn during the process of this film? What would you say is the biggest lesson you learned, and that you would maybe want to share with other filmmakers?
Oh my God, so many. I think because this was done on a very, very small budget, it was a lot of friends and community coming together. We got the location sponsored through community. We had a lot of people that were just willing to do things just to kind of help out. I think the one thing I always learn every film or every short film is that it takes a collective. And like you cannot make a film without everybody being on board and having that community spirit on there as well. I think for especially indie projects, like a lot of people are working full-time jobs and doing this on the side, whether it's a favor or getting paid really little. So the vibes on set are so important. So I think it's just making sure that people are taken care of. And then you'll find the rhythm that people will actually want to come back and work on other projects together. So I think for me, it's been like, okay, aside from hyper fixing myself on the way the film looks, I got to invest the same energy or more into the people that are helping bring it to life. And so I'm thinking all the time about like grassroots world mixing with filmmaking. How do we take care of people?
The process itself as a work of art as well.
Exactly.
That's a great way of looking at it. Well, thank you so much for coming to talk to us about the film. It's really, really wonderful. It's a great film.
Thank you.
Really funny. And where can we follow you and find out more about what you're working on?
I am working on a feature now.
Nice.
And I am going to be posting a bunch of behind the scenes stuff, hopefully. And so, if anybody is curious, my Instagram is probably the best way. It's I am Ilhan, and LinkedIn. And that's it for now. And my website, it's not updated though, so I don't know.
Okay, well, give it to us anyway.
It's starandskyproductions.com.
Okay, great. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. This is fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Thank you.